What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Chris, aka Beardedfilmguy here, and I'm here to talk about June. Pretty much, I honestly I can't even believe it's July already and past July 4th. I feel like time is it's kind of going by. It's happening so quick. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but June was a great month for collecting. I hope everybody got everything that they wanted. I didn't. We didn't do a ton of like shopping in the month of June. It was more of like pre-orders and stuff like that. There was we did a little bit of shopping. Didn't really find too much. Really nothing crazy. But we had a lot of pre-orders come in this month. We're getting ready to go on vacation. We actually go on vacation next week, so gonna be spending a lot more money then than we have been the last month. But I figured, yeah, as always, let's go over the June pickups. Before I dive into these pickups, I hope everybody had an awesome 4th of July. It was yesterday as to the day that I'm posting this on July 5th. I hope everyone had an awesome 4th of July. I hope everybody was safe. I hope everybody was good and healthy before I really dive into this. Just wanted to get that out there. But, so anyway, to kick off the month, it was actually June 1st. I was off. I went to my local FYE to just kind of look around. I don't know. I was probably just wasting some time or something. And I picked up a couple things there really cheap. I only spent $10 total for both of these. But the first pickup for the month was actually Mirrors 2, if this will focus. There we go. This was at my local FYE for, I feel like it's been years, and I just kept passing it up and passing it up. And I'm a like an OCD collector, and I'm a completionist, so I really need everything. If it's a franchise or there's sequels, I don't know. I'm really weird about that, much like I think most of us are on here. So I ended up picking up Mirrors 2. I've never seen it. I love the first Mirrors with Kiefer Sutherland, directed by Alexander Aja. So I heard some things. So we'll see. We'll find out. I'll do a little double feature soon with that one. And then another one, this is actually Brandon's fault. For months now, probably a year, he's been asking me to buy this movie. Because we found it in a bunch of places and I just haven't. And finally, it was only $5. I picked up Straight Outta Compton. This is directed by F. Gary Gray. So, and I've seen this a couple times. I had no idea, though, there was a director's cut that is nearly 3 hours long. It actually adds 20 minutes to the original runtime. So I decided for $5 this was finally worth picking up. I've never seen it. He said absolutely incredible things about it. So actually, let me go ahead and give this away. If anybody out there collects digitals and wants Straight Outta Compton, there you go. Enjoy that. These things just end up in the trash. So those are my FYE pickups. And then Erica and I, we went up to, oh my God, what was that Columbus Farmers Market. So we live in southern Jersey. We took about an hour ride up to Columbus Farmers Market up north. It was a bad day to go. It just wasn't, like, the weather wasn't good. Actually, so the weather looked bad in the morning, and then it actually turned out to not be bad. But pretty much nobody showed up. And actually in the farmer's market itself, not part of the outside, the vendor area, there was this cool little video game store. And we found a couple movies in there. And I picked up Baywatch. This is the Rock, Zac Efron one. I just think this movie's a blast. I think it's a lot of fun. So I ended up picking that up. It was only $5.99. Erica grabbed Johnny Depp in Dark Shadows. Sorry about the glare there. I've actually never seen this before. This is directed by Tim Burton. So she loves this one. I had never seen it. She's been wanting me to watch it. So I do need to check that one out soon. And then she also picked up one of my favorites, Where the Wild Things Are. If I can get this to focus. And this was, obviously I was a kid in the 90s. I loved this book. She grew up on this book. We actually bought it for, I think my nephew and her niece, I think we bought this for. I think every child that it's very rare that new children come into our families, but when they do, we're always buying them copies of Where the Wild Things Are. And I actually loved this movie. This was directed by Spike Jonze. I had a lot of fun with this. I thought it was great. It was sad. I remember crying a little bit, I think. I'm going to admit that on here. But yeah, happy to have Where the Wild Things Are as well. And then I actually ordered these. I want to shout out the Facebook seller. I don't remember his name, but I had ordered copies of these from Facebook seller after they came out. I got them for like $8 a piece. And then they actually never showed up. And I personally thought it was like a scam thing. I was like, oh, great. I bought off someone, because there was an issue with tracking numbers with him, he said. And I was like, well, good thing I paid with PayPal, all this stuff. And then I hit him up and he was like, he apologized a ton. And the next thing you know, I got a package in the mail and with these 2 titles. So I finally got these. First up of them is Creed 3 on Blu-ray. I'm a big fan of not just the Rocky franchise, but also of the Creed franchise. And I'm actually a bigger fan of Creed 2 than I am the first one. I know that's kind of shocking for people to hear, but something about Creed 2 I just love. And I haven't... Okay, so I heard great things about Creed 3 from people I don't know. And everybody I know has really had nothing great to say. So I'll find out for myself. I'm going to do a little triple feature soon, but that's Creed 3. And then, of course, because I am a completionist and I have the full DCEU collection, I also ordered from him Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and this is the 4K Walmart Icon Edition, they're calling it. So this is really strange packaging. It slides out up here and then opens up, and it annoys me a little bit because it's not the same thickness as your standard Blu-ray or 4Ks are. Let's see if I can do a little comparison here. It's slightly thinner, so it looks a little funky on the DC shelf. But I have not heard a single good thing about this. I honestly, personally, wasn't a massive fan of Shazam like a lot of people were. I thought it was good. I thought there were great moments. I didn't absolutely think it was going to save the DC. All these people were like, oh, it's the best DCEU movie and stuff like that. I wasn't on that train, but because I got this at such a good price, I needed it to basically just stay current in the DC collection. So that is Shazam! Fury of the Gods. This one here, this was a random little Amazon pickup. I use Blu-ray.com to, look for deals. I think most of us do. And this was really cheap on there. I think this was like $5.99 or something. So I picked up American Psycho 2 on Blu-ray. And who directed this? Morgan J. Freeman. I've never seen this. I love the first American Psycho. I do love the fact that Mila Kunis is in this. Looks like it's set in a college. I don't know. We'll see. Again, completionist attitude. I just need to have all of them. I forgot this existed until I saw it on there. So that's American Psycho 2. This was a really cool pre-order that I got in. If you watch my channel, you know that Jurassic Park is my favorite movie of all time. And I got in the Universal Essentials 30th Anniversary box set here. And this is on 4K. And I think I got these were numbered to 5,000. Let me pull out my certificate here if I can remember. Yeah. And I ended up with number 4,539 of 5,000 there. I already had Jurassic Park on 4K. It was honestly just the artwork, which isn't great. I like the idea of the artwork here. If you kind of glance at some of the faces, there's some weird facial stuff happening on here. Some weird expressions and stuff. But I actually love the back the best with the gate there. But it's a hard box, kind of like an Arrow style. There is a film cell, there's a little book, all kinds of stuff in here, and then even the case has reversible art, so I flipped that to the theatrical there. But I absolutely cannot turn down new releases of Jurassic Park, and especially not a 30th anniversary numbered release. So I did plan on doing like an unboxing of this on the channel, and I just never got around to it. But super awesome release. I'm super happy to have that. Another pre-order, I did a full video of this on the channel, and that was John Wick Chapter 4. Yeah, I love this movie. I think it's my favorite John Wick movie to date. I mean, it's fantastic. I've never seen a 2 hour and 49 minute movie move so swiftly, like just fast as a bullet. You know what I mean, for lack of a better term. And this is the Walmart exclusive release. If you want to see the full unboxing of this, I'll link it in the description. This comes with all kinds of little goodies. It was a really, really cool set. It was like $40 or something. But that's your front artwork there, back artwork, and then this top opens up and the 4K is in there as well. Absolutely fantastic 4K disc as well. This movie's beautiful to watch. Absolutely incredible, actually. So really happy to have that. Let's see. Not too much left to go. This was a pickup. I actually had a really hard time finding this movie. My Walmart didn't have it. My Target didn't have it. And I actually ended up having like Target Circle Rewards, so I paid for half of it. And that is Renfield. And I did not get a chance to see this in theaters, and I actually had a lot of fun with it. It's ridiculously over the top, violent and silly and all this stuff. Like it's just a ton of fun. It's not really, something that you want to go in too serious. It's a mobster plot, and there's all this crazy, stuff going on. It's Nicolas Cage being nutty. Nicholas Hoult is great. Awkwafina's awesome. There's this really funny thing that happens in this movie where it seems like none of the intense events have anything to do with the characters. Like, there's no reaction to the events. There's a scene in a bar where Renfield goes to defend Awkwafina, and he's ripping people's arms off and limbs and throwing people, and there's all this destruction. And then as soon as it's over, they're just like, oh, thanks for the help. Like, and again, even at the end of the movie, everybody's just kind of like, yeah, thank you. I just watched more people die than most people have ever seen in movies, and I'm perfectly okay. I have no remarks. There's no police. There's no this. There's no that. It's same goes for the blood, because most of the actual blood in this movie is CGI, and it is copious amounts of violence, just like blood pouring out of wounds, and then the actual action will end, and the set location will have no blood anywhere, barely any bodies. So it's pretty funny how it happens, but I had fun with it. It was good. I gave it, I think, like a 3.5 on Letterboxd. So that's Renfield. I did add that to the collection as well. Let's see here. I'll go with 4 left. I did end up at a local pawn shop of mine the other day, and I picked up a Guy thing. And it was a funny thing with this because Brandon and I shop at that pawn shop occasionally for movies pretty much all the time. And we found this, and I was like, I've never seen this. He was like, oh, you should pick it up. And I was like, nah, I'm good. It was like $2.50. I was like, whatever. And then I figured out via a Facebook group, somebody had posted that they found this, and it's a little rare. It's a little out of print. So I ended up back there. I didn't think they would still have it, and they did. I've never seen it. But Jason Lee, Julia Stiles, a Guy thing. It seems pretty much right up my alley. I love this era of comedy as well. This is like 2010. So never seen it, but yeah, I'll check it out. That's a Guy thing. Also picked this up off of Amazon. I am a fan of P.T. Anderson, and I always wanted to watch this film. It seems right up my alley. It's long, it's melodramatic. It's got this great ensemble cast, and I picked up Magnolia, and I just used some Amazon awards to get this. I think I ended up paying $6 or something for it. So I haven't watched this yet. It pretty much, based on trailers and from what I hear, is going to be perfect for me. So it seems like everything I want in my my dramatic films. So I picked this up to add it to the collection. There's all this plastic on it. Anyway, that's Magnolia. And on to the last 2 titles. I placed a little pre-order with Severin a little while back, and I ended up ordering one of the titles that were here. It was part of a pre-order, and then I wanted to get to like a pay in 4 amount that I could just do the pay in 4 with. So I ended up grabbing a second title, and the first title I picked up was Tales of the Uncanny. This, of course, is the pandemic-produced anthology documentary. I've heard great things about this. It says the ultimate survey of anthology horror. It's 104 minutes long. It actually comes with 2 other films. I guess these are... Let's see. Oh, it's a compendium. There's a compendium from 1919 called Eerie Tales, and the Thought Lost 1949 French-Belgian anthology, Histories Extraordinaire / Unusual Tales. So, super excited about this. I'm going to be diving into this one soon. And what I actually ordered from the Severin sale that I needed is actually this here. And this is Inferno Rosso, Joe D'Amato on the Road of Excess. And this is a documentary that was actually coming out as part of the Black Emanuel set that Severin was doing orders on, that crazy set. And I'm actually kind of gearing up to release the first episode of the Video Nasties series that I'll be doing. I'm watching all 72 films on the DPP list. And the first 2 are actually directed by Joe D'Amato. That's going to be Anthropophagus and Absurd. And as soon as I was kind of just ready, I felt like I just did enough research. They announced this documentary, so I was waiting for it. And this is great. It's really short. It's only 73 minutes long, but it covers pretty much the whole entire span of Joe D'Amato's career from small little films and all that to his industry, to his short time in pornography, and then kind of into horror and Breakout and Emmanuel, and then kind of what happened towards the end. Some issues with kind of him going back into pornography. And it's a really sad story of what he went through sort of at the back half of his career. But I thought this documentary was super well made. It showed tons of clips from his movies. I mean, it gave just enough information and didn't feel like it was just kind of covering stuff you don't really care about. It flew through it. It had a nice style to it. And I liked it a lot. This also comes with, as well, Scandalous Emmanuel, which is one of the films in that Emmanuel series. So, yeah, my last pickup, Inferno Rosso. Can't talk today. So that's June. I mean, I don't really think there was a lot of good stuff released, but I don't know. When it comes to buying new stuff, I'm getting less and less interested in sort of some of the main studio stuff with pricing and all this stuff. And I know like Evil Dead Rise just came out a couple weeks ago, and it's, full price, but there's no bonus features. It's kind of getting a little wild. So I've been focusing a little bit more on I did just place a big order with Severin as part of their summer sale. I placed a couple pre-orders on Diabolic. I'm focusing a little bit more on that stuff as opposed to going out and finding standard studio titles and stuff, which that's Erica and I's thing. So we're still going to be out doing that. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we're going to be going on vacation. We're going to be hitting a couple spots and doing some movie shopping then as well. So, as always, thank you for hanging out. The first episode of the Video Nasties series is going to be dropping next week. I'm super excited. I've put a ton of work and time into that, so it makes me really, really, really happy and proud to finally be releasing that. I hope everybody likes it. It's going to be a long series. I mean, there's 72 films on that initial list, and it's a bit of an undertaking, and it's not one of those things where I'm trying to achieve it in, any set amount of time. I'm just going to take my time and go through it, but, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure you follow me over on Instagram. It's the same name. It's Beardedfilmguy. I'll give you a follow back, and let's just keep supporting physical media more than ever. Let's keep collecting and supporting these boutique labels who are putting so much effort into putting out these incredible releases. Let's keep talking about it. If you collect movies and you don't talk about it on YouTube or Instagram, I encourage you to start. This community is beautiful. It's absolutely wonderful, and they will embrace you with open arms. So thank you all so much. I'll catch y'all next time. Later.